Is it working? Hang on. Uh, okay, I can't tell if it's working or not. I hope it's working. Feel like it is. I just think that maybe hang on. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if this stream is working or not. Can someone comment so I know that the stream is working? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's working. That seems like the best bet. It took a hell of a lot of effort to get this set up. So, just crazy. Oh, it is working! Yay! It's working! Okay, I'm really happy about that. Hi guys. Hey guys, my name is Jackson and welcome back to my channel. I'm not your average NP and welcome back to my channel. Um, and it took a hell of a lot of effort to get this set up. I've been spending the last 20 minutes trying to get this set up, maybe a half hour, I don't know, somewhere close to that. But anyway, I finally ended up doing it, so we're gonna just this will not close, and I can't figure out why, so we're just gonna minimize that. And then I'm gonna go back to the regular internet. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, so today I'm doing an updated pets tier list. It's been almost 2 years since I did my last one. I tried to find the exact tier list that I did before, where I made it with pets and stuff, but I couldn't find anything. So I couldn't find like the original one, that I did before. So we're just gonna do this one. I think actually this might legit be the original tier list. This might be the original tier list. All right. Oh, maybe not now that I look at it. I don't know. But we're gonna do it anyway, so let's go. Okay, so starting with African dwarf frogs, I'm pretty sure that's what this is called. Uh, so I'm ranking these guys by how likely I am to have them as pets, just to be clear. It's been almost 2 years since I did this last, so I want to do like an updated version for you guys. So I'm gonna start. What happened? Leave me alone. Wait. Okay. I don't care. Whatever. I'm gonna start with this frog, which is probably gonna go in C tier. I mean, there was like, I may get one of these African dwarf frogs. It's a lot less likely because of the tank and water changes and stuff. But honestly, I'm not as thrown by that stuff until I found out that you could do it without having to pick up the fish tank and empty it into the sink. So I don't know. Fish might be a possibility, they might not, and that includes other aquatic animals. Um, Axolotls, same deal. So they're also going in C tier. If I can get this to work properly. They're also going in C tier. Okay, bearded dragon is going in. Let's see. Probably S or A tier. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Honestly, it depends on how much space I have when I move into my new place, which might not be for a while because my mom was able to get on with the people from subsidized housing last night, and their priority is getting people that are out of an abusive, that are coming out of an abusive relationship, so people that are coming from human trafficking. So it could be longer than the 8 years that we were originally told, which makes a lot of sense. And of course, they should prioritize those cases. So yeah, so I could be stuck with my mom for years. I don't know how many years. I could still be living with her when I was 35, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not overly concerned about whatever's happening. Okay, chat definitely goes in E tier. No, not E tier. I meant A tier. A tier. Right alongside bearded dragons. The thing is, bearded dragons, they have a lot. Mm, mm, they require a lot of space. Like, they need really big tanks. Um, Cats would probably go. Should I put them in S or A tier? I can't decide. I'm just gonna leave them in A tier for now. There was bad talking for shit. I'm just gonna leave them in A tier for now. They're along the same lines as bearded dragons. Um, shrimp. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in C tier along with all the other aquatic animals. Chickens. They're going in E tier. Probably never gonna get them because I'm simply never gonna own a farm. Like I said before, chinchillas are going in. You know what? Chinchillas can just stay in E tier. I think that's good. It's not like I don't want a chinchilla, but I'm allergic to them. And it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't also have the chronic sinus condition on top of everything. And honestly, my allergies just make things worse. I don't want to deal with that. And I did have rats and a hamster in the past, but after Tucker, I decided I don't want to get any more rodents because of my allergies. Next up we have a dog. Dogs, dogs would be probably E tier. I'm never gonna get them. Excuse me. I do like dogs. Like I really like them. I enjoy their company. It's just a very complicated situation. It's a very complicated situation, and that's how my dad and then my sister and everything that happened with our respective dogs, and I will talk about that at some point, but not today. For now, let's see. Cows, meh, probably an E tier with the chickens. Again, I'm just not gonna own a farm. Like, I don't expect to own a farm at least. I mean, I guess you never know what could happen, but no, I prefer to be near the city, near the action. Ducks, same deal. I kind of need a lot of space tone ducks and a big pond, and I mean, if I was able to somehow have a house with like a really large backyard and the room for they needed, you know, without getting a farm. That's the only scenario in which I would get them. Actually, I'm gonna put them in detail. Honestly, there's a bigger chance that I'm gonna get the that I'm gonna get ducks than either cows or chickens. Cows and chickens require like a lot of space. Like they legitimately require farms. Fennec Fox, right there in F tier. No. Ferrets, I don't know. Probably B tier and C tier, C tier. Should I put them in D tier or C tier? Okay, I'm gonna put them in D tier. Snails, well, I already own them, so I mean, they're snails are awesome. I'm just gonna, I mean, okay, the one thing that I don't like about them very much, they're not that handleable. Like, you can take out a snail and just hold them in your hand, but it's not the same experience as handling like a lizard or snake or something. I don't know. Plus, they absorb everything through their body, through their little snail bodies. So you have to be careful about what you have on your hands. Like you can't have any lotions or perfumes or soaps or anything like that when you're holding them. So you just got to be really careful. Okay. Next up are guinea pigs, which probably just D tier. Yeah, just D tier. Again, I'm allergic to them. Fish, I'd probably put them in the C tier with all the other aquatic. Okay, C tier is literally just made up of aquatic animals that I may or may not get in the future. Hamsters are going in. This is annoying. Hamsters are going in D tier. They're probably not. Hedgehogs, aren't hedgehogs rodents? I don't know that the answer to that question. You know what? They're gonna be the first D tier animal because I might, I might not. I I probably will actually if I have the opportunity, if I'm able to. Hermit crabs are going in F tier, and you know what? E tier. probably wouldn't. You okay? Nothing's working. Okay, hopefully we're not just sitting here waiting for things to work. Why isn't anything doing anything? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's annoying. Um. Okay, there we go. All right. Hermit crabs don't eat you. I wouldn't buy them. If you go and see my original list, I said that the reason was because of the way that they get them from the wild, and also then they keep them with the painted shells, which they should not have. They should have like regular old shells, which I did find at my local fish store at Big Al's, because in Big Al's they actually have like they have normal hermit crab shells, not the painted ones that you can buy and you can get whatever you need for your hermit crabs. They also have a ton of good hermit crab supply, including salt water, like the proper salt water that you need. Because a lot of people think, well, it's salt water, so I can just put water and add salt, right? Actually, no, it's a special kind of salt water that they need. So I wouldn't be super inclined to get them again. But honestly, maybe if the circumstances were right, and this is another one that also has an aquatic version. So if I wanted some aquatic hermit crabs, then maybe, and I already had a tank set up, then maybe. I do like watching aquatic animals. It's just the water changes and the filtering and various things about the tanks that are putting me off. So I might not get any aquatic animals, but there's still a chance. Unlike this next one, horses, which again, I would need a farm for these guys to get, so I'm gonna not. I'm gonna just say not gonna happen. Monkeys also definitely not gonna happen along with the okay, along with the fennec foxes, because they should just be left in their natural habitat. And also, foxes' pee smells like extremely, extremely bad. Like I heard stories about how bad foxes' pee smells. It's bad. And monkeys, I don't know. There are some animals that should just be left alone in the wild. So I don't know. Just leave them alone, man. You gotta leave some of these animals alone. Okay, the mice would go like right there in D tier along with the other rodents that I will not be buying. Opossum. I just want to make it clear, this row does have its exceptions, the F row. I I would never get these as pets. But for people like skilled wildlife rehabbers or people that know what they're doing, they can be an okay pet. Like, I know fennec foxes were like a really popular exotic pet at one point, even though I don't think that's a very good choice. That's a very good option. And honestly, it's bad for the foxes as well. Like, but like if you're a wildlife rehabber or something like that, like you have to actually know what you're doing to take these animals. Some people can take these animals, but the vast majority of them, the vast majority of us shouldn't be keeping these particular ones as pets. Uh, I can say different for this next one, which is a parakeet. Uh, okay, that's a bird. This is a parakeet. I am going to be putting it. Actually, E tier suits him quite well. Probably never get a bird, but I do acknowledge that they are a pet for people that are able to deal with that kind of thing. Birds are just too much for me. Okay, they're too much. They're just they're too much. That's the thing. They're just a lot for me to handle. Um, like they're a lot of work. You have to have scheduled interactions with them. You have to have a lot of interaction with them. You can't really cage them. If you do, you have to have a really big cage with like lots of toys and stuff, which a lot of people don't do. But it's one of the most neglected pets. And yeah, and I don't know what the difference is between these two birds. I'm just putting him in pizza, so probably never gonna get any birds. Almost definitely never gonna get any birds. I might decide like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years down the line, I want a bird all of a sudden. You never know. Pigs, I don't know. They can be good pets, I guess. By the way, side note, there's no such thing as a miniature pig. They all get huge. They are slightly smaller than regular pigs. That doesn't mean they're not gonna get huge. They don't stay the same size they were when they were babies. They still get gigantic. Snakes. These are definitely an S tier animal. Hang on. S S tier. S for snake. Hey, that's hilarious. S for snake and S for snail. How did that happen? Okay, I love that. Anyways, rabbit, probably going in D tier. Probably never gonna own one again. Have owned a couple in the past. I mean, if you guys were here when my channel originally started, like 10 years ago, you saw that I had a rabbit named Princess, but it just didn't go that well, unfortunately, and I felt she was better off in another home. Raccoons, no, please leave them in the wild unless you're like a wildlife rehab center or something. Next up we've got rats. I do love these rats. Probably, actually, out of all the rodents, I'd be the most likely to get rats again, I think. I'm just gonna put them up there in C tier, undecided. Because between all the rodents, honestly, they would be the ones that I would be most likely to get again. And out of all the animals, out of all the rodents, I think they're the most interactive. Like, at least for the time I had my rats, I think that they were the most interactive. And my hamster wasn't that interactive at all. Turtles, eh, aquatic animals, still going up there. Okay, this is like a Serval or something. I don't know, leave it in the wild. What the hell are you doing? Okay. Blue tongue skinks, and these would be probably an A tier, I think. Yeah, A tier for sure. Alright, dude is just chilling out there in I only have one animal in B tier so far. Whatever. A tier, he's going A tier. Skunk. Probably, I'm gonna say, unless you're a wildlife rehab or something, leave it in the wild. This is gonna be the only pet I currently own that doesn't get an S tier ranking, and let me explain to you why. You can't handle them. You can't handle them. You guys know handling my pets are very important to me. Tarantulas are like the one exception, and it's a very rare exception indeed. I don't know. I always wanted tarantulas. I just decided to get a tarantula anyway, and now I have three of them. But basically, yeah, you can't handle them like at all. Even with the snail, you can pick them up and let them crawl around on your hand. You also just shouldn't handle them because it's actually unsafe for them. Like, if they fall, they could if they fall from even a short height, their abdomen could burst and they could die. So I never handled mine for that reason. There was one time when I was um putting Persephone in a different enclosure that she decided to explore my arm. She just started crawling around on me and I was trying to get her into the new enclosure and off my arm. I was really nervous that I was gonna drop her. But everything went good and she was fine. Sugar gliders, why don't they go in E tier or F tier? Alright, I'm gonna put them in E tier. I feel like, I don't know, they're more of a pet than these guys over here. Like, I don't really know what to say. Tegus, probably, I would say B tier. Like, I probably would get a Tegu if I had the means and the money. Thing is, I probably never will. That's the only thing. This is a tortoise. I'm gonna say also that'd probably go in. He'd probably go in either B tier or C tier. I'm just gonna put him in B tier. That's where the tortoise belongs, I think. Like, basically, like, I would get a tortoise if I had the means and the money. I don't know. I probably never will. But if I did, I would, right? I would want to. Toads. Toads probably go in C tier. I'm just gonna put them in C tier. I think this is a green iguana, which is going in each year. I guess they can be pets for some people. They're not a pet for me. Uh, and I'm gonna put frogs in each year, which is interesting because you would think that they would be right along there with the toad, but actually, I think I'm more likely to get a frog, and particularly this frog, the white tree frog. They're really beautiful. Okay, so just to go over this real quick, for S tier we have snakes and snails. That's hilarious. Um, A tier, we've got bearded dragons, cats, blue-tongued skinks, and tarantulas. B tier, hedgehogs, tegus, tortoises, white tree frogs, or any kind of frog really. For C2, we've got all the aquatic animals. We've got African dwarf frog, I'm pretty sure, axolotl, the shrimp, turtle, which are partly aquatic, or fully aquatic, depending. We got fish, rats, toads. C tier, we've got the chinchilla, the ferret, ducks, guinea pigs, mice, hamsters, all animals that I cannot interact with because I'm allergic. Rabbits, and in E tier we've got chickens, dogs, cows, cream crabs, horses. We got this bird, this other bird. That's a pig. Sugar gliders, green iguanas. F tier we have fennec foxes, monkeys, raccoons, possums, or opossums. I'm not really sure what the difference is. We got these wildcats and a skunk. So anyway, that's my pets tier list. I'm probably gonna try and do more tier lists in the next few weeks. So let me know what tier lists you want me to do. And I'm also gonna be doing that 8 hour special for I'm also gonna be doing that 8 hour special for the for for my 8 year anniversary on YouTube. I was trying to remember what I was doing. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I love each and every one of you guys. Please don't forget to always be yourself. I will see you. You are valid. Don't forget to be good to yourself and others.